Jon Jones is still ducking Tom Aspinall. In Tom Aspinall's latest video, he goes into depth on how the UFC has been trying their best, going through hell trying to make this fight against Jon Jones. But Jon Jones, obviously having the upper hand, having leverage, has been telling the UFC, I want 30 million, or if not, we're not getting this fight. And obviously the UFC is not going to give him that much money. They've been, trying to meet him in the middle, lowballing him a bit. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And the only way Tom Aspinall and Jon Jones will happen is if Alex Pereira beats Magomed Ankalaev this Saturday. And the reason why I say this is because if Alex Pereira wins, the UFC can tell Jon Jones, hey, we don't need you anymore. We're forcing you to vacate the belt. We're going to make Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall for the heavyweight champion. And that right there will, probably finally Jon Jones will accept this fight against Tom Aspinall. It's insane that he's been ducking him for this long. It's insane that the UFC just doesn't make him vacate the belt. He has to vacate the belt at this point. Like, he's the only opponent left for Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is the interim champion. Not even really the interim champion. He's the undisputed champion because in reality, Jones fought for a vacant title. But Tom Aspinall is the undisputed champ. And who else can he fight next? At heavyweight, if you really think about it. The only couple fighters that he has not fought is Jon Jones and Cyril Gane and Jailton Almeida. Those are the only ranked guys right now that he has not fought. And if I were smart enough, if I was the UFC, I would make Jailton Almeida versus I would make Jailton Almeida versus Cyril Gane. That fight needs to be made just in case Tom Aspinall needs another opponent, because Tom Aspinall in his video talks about how he wants to be active, that he wants to fight. And I'm pretty sure his next fight has to be against Alex Pereira or Jon Jones. I don't see the UFC giving him Jailton Almeida, who's probably like ranked 7 right now. And I don't see them giving him Cyril Gane after Cyril Gane ducked Tom Aspinall like 3 times, bro. This man went and made a movie just to not fight this man, bro. And even Cyril Gane has said it himself that he doesn't want to fight the elites of the heavyweight division. So what's next? Alex Pereira has to win on Saturday to not only save the heavyweight division, but to also save Tom Aspinall's career, because Jon Jones is dragging this. He's dragging this as far as he can. And I don't want this to be a Conor McGregor Chandler situation where it takes years to make this fight. And I'm pretty sure the UFC does not want that, because Tom Aspinall is making them, money. Like, he's the face of England. He's the face. It's just crazy what the UFC has to go through just because Jon Jones does not want to fight Tom Aspinall. He is ducking him. He is scared. He knows he is going to lose this fight. That's why he's asking for such an absurd amount of money, because he rather have so much money that he forgets, first of all, Jon Jones cares about his legacy in the UFC. First of all, his heavyweight run in the UFC, horrible, dude. Horrible. What? You took the belt against Cyril Gane. You defended the belt against a Stipe who was out for years, that wasn't even fighting anymore. What are you doing? Jon Jones, you're not the champ. You're not a dog. You're not a dog. Tom Aspinall is literally saying, I will fight anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere, dude. And you're here just... I don't even know what to say. But I want to kind of talk about Alex Pereira a bit, because he's literally saving the UFC if he wins on Saturday. Alex Pereira with a win against Magomed Ankalaev can change not only the light heavyweight division, but the heavyweight division, because if he goes up to heavyweight, that will leave room for somebody to become champ again. I do think they will make a matchup with Yuri and maybe Jan Blachowicz versus Carlos Ulberg. I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting. Maybe Jamal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree. Winner of that can fight Yuri Prochazka for the belt if Alex Pereira wins and leaves light heavyweight, which I do think he's going to leave light heavyweight. I don't think there's anything left for Alex Pereira at light heavyweight. He wins. What do they give him next at light heavyweight? They're not going to give him the winner of Jan Blachowicz versus Carlos Ulberg. Like, I still think Carlos Ulberg needs like one more fight if he wins. If Jan Blachowicz wins, they're not going to run it back, even though that fight was close. People don't like to say it's close, but that fight was close. Jan Blachowicz almost submit him. They're not going to give him the winner of Khalil Rountree versus, Jamal Hill. They literally just fought him. So I think what they would do at light heavyweight if Alex Pereira leaves is Yuri Prochazka versus the winner of Jan Blachowicz versus Carlos Ulberg for the light heavyweight strap. And from there, let's see what happens. At heavyweight, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really think Jon Jones is gonna vacate the belt and retire. I think he cares way more about legacy than money, but that's why he's asking for a ridiculous amount of money, because he knows he's gonna lose to Tom Aspinall. But he's ruining his legacy by not fighting Tom Aspinall. Like, just by him not fighting Tom Aspinall will ruin his, I don't consider him a GOAT, but whatever. Whatever people say. But it's going to ruin his legacy if he doesn't fight Tom Aspinall. He has to fight Tom Aspinall. He has to. It's your time. It's your time to pass the torch to Tom Aspinall, dude. Like this is a moment in the UFC that needs to happen. Jon Jones giving the torch to Tom Aspinall and him taking over the reins of heavyweight. And think about it. Tom Aspinall, what's left for him at heavyweight when he beats Jon Jones? Alex Pereira. That's the only thing left for him left. I don't think the UFC will really want to make the Cyril Gane fight or Jailton Almeida fight. I really think Alex Pereira is next for Tom Aspinall. I even think Alex Pereira is next, even with a loss. Like, think about it. If he loses and Magomed gets the belt, what's left for him? He moves up. That's the same thing that happened at middleweight when Izzy beat him. What was left for him? He just decided to move up. Obviously, the weight was really hard for him to cut, so that's why he kind of moved up as well. But there was not much left for him there, dude. He literally demolished all of middleweight so quick, and there's nobody that was gonna beat that guy. Maybe Kazmat Chimaev, but at that point he was probably still sick and dying. But whatever, we're not gonna talk about him. But I think it's so important, dude. It's so important that Alex Pereira wins this Saturday. If not, the UFC is definitely heavily screwed. They need that leverage. They need that leverage to just say, you know what, Tom? We're going to match you up with Alex Pereira. And they call up Jon Jones and say, you know what? We're forcing you to vacate the title. We're making this fight. That will have Jon Jones thinking, spinning, going crazy. And eventually, he'll have to say yes to this fight. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm J-Neps MMA. Like and subscribe, and I'm out.